Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on the Cycling Dane Extra channel. Yes, we've been a bit lackluster with these recap race analysis, but here we are, stage 19, and yes, I got a haircut, Jack got a haircut, it's all fine. Anyways, Jack, stage 19, of course, we were finishing up Isola. The big point was also the Col de la Bonette as well, but yeah, what did you think of the stage?
What did I think? Well, everything that I predicted come true. The tour is over, that's it. Simple as. Jonas cannot possibly make up anything now, really. He's got 5 minutes down on Tadej Pogacar. Pogacar making his fourth win now on the tour. Making it four win in a single edition. He's not done this ever, really. He's always got 3 wins, so now he really is in pure dominance mode at the moment. Clearly, his form showed in the Giro, and clearly, it's not obviously impacted his performance at all. He is just on fire. And the Triple Crown is definitely on.
Yeah, well, if we talk through the stage a bit, I mean, we had one climb before the Col de la Bonette, and then that's where the breakaway was forming. We had the Col de la Bonette, where we saw Carapaz being the first rider over, so that meant he got 40 points, and he's now the new polka dot jersey wearer outright, not virtual, we won't see Jonas Vingegaard wearing it on behalf of Tadej Pogacar. I was a bit... Yeah, okay, we can talk it bit by bit here. But Jack, I was really confused why Matteo Jorgensen and Wilco Kelderman went the breakaway, because either they're up there because you can leave them up there and then Jonas attacks and then they drop back and help Jonas, or they were riding all out for Matteo Jorgensen. That was the plan. So, did you think they did a good plan, and was it worth risking all of Vingegaard's GC? Because if he had crashed, or a mechanical, or a puncture, he would have been all by himself.
The way I see Visma bike is a team of experiments. They seem to do it all the time. They seem to think, oh, okay, let's see what this guy can do. They did it with Jonas, obviously, when Pogacar won in 2020. It was more of an experiment when he came second in there, and they realised the potential this guy's got. Maybe this guy's got what it takes next year. Maybe they're doing the same thing with Matteo, because he is an insane talent when you think about it. I mean, winning Paris is no easy feat anyway, let's be honest. It might be an 8-day stage race, but it's still a hell of an achievement anyway. So the promise of Matteo is obviously there, and that's probably what they're doing. So that's the way I see it, personally.
Yeah, they were probably thinking, well, Jonas is probably fine, so we'll try and get a stage win, so we at least have 2. But anyways, that didn't happen. Tadej Pogacar attacks. UAE did a phenomenal job, you have to say. Niels Polle is so underrated. Marc Soler was quite good as well. Pavel Sivakov, they all put like an infernal pace up the Col de la Bonette. Then they went downhill as well on the other side. The gap was about 4 minutes to the breakaway. And I was holding out faith for the breakaway, but then Tadej Pogacar, almost like in a relaxed position, just darts off the front after Adam Yates had grinded down that yellow jersey group. And then you just see him leaving Remco Evenepoel and Tadej Pogacar, Remco Evenepoel and Jonas Vingegaard painted to the tarmac as he just drifts up the front, and then he starts getting out of the saddle, and then he just catches everyone, and then the last person he catches is Matteo Jorgensen and wins the stage. So quite incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't reiterate any further how this tour is literally done. It is, unless Jonas does a Chris Froome at this point. That's like a once in a blue moon kind of moment, really, and it looks like it's probably not going to be the case. Jonas doesn't probably want to risk himself as well after what happened to him, in the Tour de Basque country anyway. So, probably not going to happen. It's over. UAE, the team they had was clearly illegal in a sense with what they brought. And it made you think, is it going to pay off well? Because, on paper it looked great, but was it going to pull off? And it obviously had pulled off pretty well. They're the strongest team by miles, and it's shown with Pogacar's dominance.
So if we get a confirmation on the stage as well, Pogacar wins it, and from Matteo Jorgensen, Simon Yates was battling there. He won the battle between him and Carapaz. Carapaz won the stage a few days ago, but this time he got the better of him. Remco Evenepoel in 5th place, Vingegaard and him holding hands over the finishing line. Joao Almeida in 7th place, Landa in 8th place, Kelderman in 9th, and Derek G doing a good job in 10th place. So what that means for the GC, Tadej Pogacar now leads the Tour de France by 5 minutes and 3 seconds ahead of Jonas Vingegaard, 7 minutes and 1 second ahead of Remco Evenepoel. Almeida is no threat really to the podium. He sits 15 minutes and 7 seconds down. Then Landa in 5th place. Rodriguez had a bit of a bad day. He's in 6th place. 7th place, Adam Yates. So three UAE guys in top 10. And Derek G battle his way to an 8th place here, moving up 1 place. Matteo Jorgensen, because of all the time he gained here, jumps up 5 places, and Ciccone had a bad day, and so did Buitrago, so they moved down places. Out of that top 10, where do you think we might get some movement, if any, left? I think the podium's locked out. I think the podium's not going to change. 4th place, I would even say, doesn't change either.
There's 2 more stages left to probably mix it up a little bit. And it depends on the rider's preferred skills, being either a hill climber or a time trial enthusiast, because we've got 1 more mountain stage, which could shake it up quite a lot. It depends on who finds himself in the mood of maybe attacking and getting a stage win, and maybe running quite a lot of time. Not enough to probably get into the podium, but enough to get a little bit further up in the top 10. I wouldn't really put any bets on a certain person who might, but there's a possibility. I would say maybe the podium might even move up a bit with the TT, but we'll talk about that maybe in another time. But yeah, I do think...
Wait. Is this you thinking Remco Evenepoel is going to unseat Jonas Vingegaard?
Might be 2 minutes down, but you never know.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, yeah, Remco did very well. I mean, Remco's already got a white jersey on his way. He just needs to keep upright tomorrow.
Yeah, and then obviously win the time trial. But don't quote me on it. I mean, it could happen. It could possibly happen. You never know. I do have faith in him. I might have said I predicted to you that he might not get to the top 5 because of what happened to him, but he clearly has gone stronger. So don't count him out. He could possibly get to 2nd place, but as the others, it possibly is locked out. Really, but we'll see at the next stage, because that is a possibility with these GC riders actually, going either up or down based on what might happen tomorrow.
We also saw that, we'll talk about Jonas Vingegaard in a bit, but Remco Evenepoel, this is Jonas Vingegaard related. He has this wheel sucker reputation labeled to him. Not quite sure where that, we can see that he rides defensive quite a lot, which is fine, but a lot of people who aren't Jonas Vingegaard fans don't like that, which is fair enough. And Remco Evenepoel was quite quickly to flick the elbow when they were trying to chase down Tadej Pogacar, but ultimately, they had 1 minute and 40 seconds or whatever it was. Bit of a shame, but anyways, at the end of the stage, Jonas Vingegaard was breaking down in tears. We saw him break down in tears when he won, of course, coming such a long way after that Tour of the Basque Country crash, but this, I think, more was, the realization that he's not going to win the Tour this year, and having been Tour de France champion 2 years in a row, to lose it, knowing that it's out of the question, that must have been quite a hard feeling. And his DS as well, his sports director, said that they've kind of given up, or not given up, but realized that Vingegaard is just 2nd best this year, which is amazing where he came from, but they just have to concede that.
Prism at least need to obviously accept that Jonas is obviously not the better man this year. You still got to give him credit for what he's done in the past. It's just a sad state of affairs for the team. They've not had the greatest of luck, really, let's be honest, but they do have promise, though, with Matteo Jorgensen, obviously. But you still have to give him credit, like Jonas credit, for the past 2 years, because, again, if it wasn't for him, I suppose Pogacar would have 5 Tour de France wins by now, and Pogacar is 26 years old. Eddie Merckx did have 5 Tour de France wins at 26. Bear that in mind.
Yeah, this looks like Tadej Pogacar has basically sewn up that Giro Tour double as well, so first rider since Marco Pantani. And yeah, you actually said my beard looks like Marco Pantani. But the Triple Crown, of course, that's the next thing. The Olympics he's going to as well. I just think it's a crazy feat what he's done, winning the Giro and the Tour in such dominant fashion. Okay, you can say the Giro didn't have the best competition, but he still won 6 stages. And then coming here at the Tour, his arch rivals were all in that crash in the Tour of Basque Country. but he's done it. Like, Froome didn't do this. Nibali didn't manage to do it. Contador tried as well. Nairo Quintana tried. Dumoulin came very close in 2018, so did Froome. But yeah, it's really quite a historic feat this, that he's won the Giro Tour double.
Indeed, because like you said, Malcolm Patani was the last one to do it in 1998. It's been such a long time. And we all probably thought the reason why is because back then, cycling was a lot different back then, the way it is now. Nowadays, there's like specialized roles and all that. Everything has completely changed. Technology's changed, and it's got a lot more competitive, arguably as well, which makes it way more difficult to even win any, a Giro and a Tour, because that's usually what they go for first anyway. You want to go for a Giro win, it's a good prestige anyway, and then the Tour is obviously an even bigger prestige, so it's just the competition pool as well is what makes it different. And obviously the selection of teams also counts as well, because they're not always going to pick their best man in the Giro, they'll probably go for most of the Tour. It all depends on what they target, really. But there's also other reasons, but we can you can kind of guess what I'm wanting to say, but we're not going to go into that because it's a bit controversial, obviously, as well. But yeah, things are different now.
Well, stay off the controversial parts. I'm pretty sure he's broken the Isola 2000 record as well, because it was crazy how much time he made up on Matteo Jorgensen. I thought that was one hefty performance by him. But anyways, let's talk about someone else. We talked about Pogacar quite a lot, but finishing up, Richard Carapaz, of course, winning a stage win on stage 16 or 17. First ever Ecuadorian to do so. Now puts on the polka dot jersey outright in 2020. Stage 20, he was looking to get the polka dot jersey, but was denied by a young 21-year-old, 22-year-old from Slovenia. It looks like they were a bit in this battle as well. Of course, he took the 40 points over the Col de la Bonette, and he now leads that jersey by 14 points down to Tadej Pogacar. And Jack, do you think he's going to win it? And how, like a man like Richard Carapaz, who's finished on the podium in the Tour before, how significant will this be as a moment for him as well?
Well, being a Grand Tour winner himself with the Giro, this would be a big thing for him, because in a way he probably realizes that it's going to be way difficult now to win the Tour de France. This is probably because winning the Tour is going to be his biggest prize he wants the most in his palmarès. But he probably knows the best thing he can get now is a polka dot jersey because of his speciality. He is a pure hill climber. He was born in the mountainous terrain of Ecuador. Yeah, it's going to be a big thing for him and his country, really, because you don't hear much of it from people from his country. So he's definitely a hero for his country just for doing something like this against Pogacar and Vingegaard, one of the two best climbers in the world, technically. But it's not over yet. Still stage 20 to do. And even that is a monstrous stage as well. So he has to not let Pogacar get the better of him in the next stage, because at this point, it could just happen again in 2020. And I remember this. I even said, Pogacar might actually be able to say the polka jersey or Carapaz in 2020. And you said, nah, not going to happen. Well, what happened there? It happened.
Yeah, that was a crazy day. Pogacar really, he started his incredible career before that, of course, but that was like the real moment where the whole world shifted a bit into the Pogacar age. But yeah, I mean, it depends how much legs he's got left as well, Carapaz on him, because he should go out quite aggressive tomorrow, I think, and try and get some of the earlier climbs. But if he's got the legs for that like the Col de Torini, he needs to try and be the first man up the top there. But like UAE could just like troll him completely and throw Adam Yates in the break every time he tries to get in the break. They could literally mark him out of the break if they want to. And Tadej Pogacar could literally win this jersey if he wants to. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Who's going to win tomorrow's stage, Jack? We'll finish on that.
I'll go on a whim and say Ciccone. Try and get further up into that GC.
Yeah.
And
Okay, we can't say Tadej Pogacar because that's the obvious answer. So I'm going to say Simon Yates because he's been trying so many times and it would be so good to get him a victory. But anyways, with that, that's basically it for this video. Make sure, or podcast if you're listening, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Let us know down below what you thought of Tadej Pogacar's absolutely nuclear performance. And of course, as always, thank you for watching and we will see you in the next one. And why not check out Stage 20's preview here? Click here for that.